Hello and welcome to the latest update of the sugarcane rainfall outlook for the Burdekin district. This presentation will cover the recent rainfall totals recorded so far in May, then the forecast rainfall over the short term. We'll then look at the June and July rainfall outlooks in detail before a summary of the longer term winter rainfall outlooks and climate drivers. During May, we've seen rainfall totals well below average, having received generally 10% or less of the average May rainfall, with the exception of Landsdale-Siroside, which is around 45%. Most locations have not recorded any rainfall in May so far. In the short term, little in the way of rainfall is expected across the district, with light southeasterly stream showers parallel to the coastline, largely remaining offshore. This graphic shows the 10-day rainfall accumulations to 10 p.m. next Friday the 2nd of June, and we can see across the next 10 days rainfall totals are expected to be negligible for most of the Burdekin, with totals of 1 mm or less right on the coastline. A colder air mass will reach the Burdekin district during Saturday, with minimum temperatures in particular plummeting to 6 to 10 degrees below average for May on Sunday and Monday, before slowly climbing again mid to late next week. Here we have the chance of exceeding 25 mm of rainfall over the next fortnight from the 28th of May, broken down into week-long periods. You can access these maps on the link above. I've selected 25 mm to display, and on the website there are a number of rainfall thresholds available between 1 mm and 700 mm to choose from. For the Burdekin district, we are looking at a mostly dry fortnight ahead, with a 10% or less chance of exceeding 25 mm across both week 1 and week 2. Into the whole of June outlook, and we can see a below average chance, around 20 to 40%, of exceeding the June median rainfall, with the model skill typically getting it correct 55 to 65% of the time. For further information, including point location forecasts, check the Bureau Climate Outlooks page on the link above. This translates into a lower chance of seeing rainfall close to the historical median for the month, as we can see from the lower rainfall values in the 50% chance of at least chart on the left, compared with the historical median values on the right. Elaborating further on the possible June rainfall totals here, with the high chance on the left, 75% chance of exceeding, or 3 out of 4 times, we can expect to see at least this much through the month of June. And the lower chance totals on the right, the 25% chance of exceeding, or 1 out of 4 times we would see these totals exceeded in the region during June. Moving on to the month of July, and a more neutral to slightly wetter signature is evident on the rainfall outlook, with average odds of around 40 to 65% of exceeding the July median rainfall. The model skill across the Burdekin during July is typically correct 55 to 65% of the time. This translates into about a roughly equal chance of seeing rainfall close to or slightly higher than the historical median for the month, as we can see from the higher values in the 50% chance of at least chart on the left, compared with the historical median map on the right. Elaborating further on the possible July rainfall totals here, with the high chance on the left, the 75% chance of exceeding, and we can expect to see at least this much through the month of July. And on the lower chance totals on the right, the 25% chance, or 1 out of 4 times, we would see those totals exceeded in the region during July. A quick snapshot of the rainfall outlook for winter months through June to August as a whole, and we see a low to about equal 35 to 50% chance of exceeding the median rainfall across winter. The modelling is typically correct 65 to 75% of the time through this forecast period. So what's driving this? We are currently in an El Niño watch with a 50% chance of El Niño forming later this year, around double the normal likelihood. In recent months, we've observed the eastern tropical Pacific waters are warming, but we've seen little atmospheric response yet. All international climate models indicate it is very likely Pacific Ocean temperatures will reach El Niño thresholds during the winter. However, an atmospheric response is also required for the Bureau to declare an El Niño. El Niño is normally associated with lower than average winter and spring rainfall over eastern Australia. This translates into about an equal or slightly lower chance of seeing rainfall close to the historical median for the winter, as we can see from the slightly lower values on the 50% chance of at least chart on the left, compared with the historical median map on the right. That's it for this update. As always, check the latest forecast and warnings on the Bureau's website or the BOM Weather app. And be sure to send any feedback through to agriculture@bom.gov.au. We'd love to hear from you. See you next Outlook. Thanks for listening.